Okay, let's dive straight into this explainer because we really need to talk about a massive shift in how the internet actually works. The traditional click that we're all so used to, it's basically disappearing. For years, the whole point of a digital marketing strategy was just getting someone to click a blue link on a search results page, right? Well, today, consumer behavior has completely evolved. We're living in the era of agentic search. AI systems are now doing all the heavy lifting, researching, summarizing, and responding directly to us. And this is completely changing what it actually means to be visible online. So here's the crucial takeaway. Roughly 70% of Google searches now end without a single click to a website. Let that sink in for a second. 7 out of 10 times, a user types a query and gets their answer directly on the results page. They never even visit the source website. This isn't just some slight dip in traffic. It is a structural, fundamental change in how we consume information. The whole sales funnel has been completely compressed, and that traditional click-through opportunity, it's vanishing rapidly. Instead of endlessly scrolling through lists of links and parsing through websites themselves, buyers are now just asking tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini for direct answers. They aren't scrolling anymore. They are literally having a conversation with an AI agent. Think about it. If someone asks an AI for the best local plumber or the most reliable IT consultant, the AI doesn't hand them a directory. It gives them a synthesized, direct recommendation. Meaning, if your site isn't optimized for these generative AI systems to read, understand, and cite, you're essentially invisible to a huge, highly motivated chunk of the market.
I think this analogy brilliantly explains the difference. Traditional SEO is kind of like handing a librarian a really meticulous card catalog filled with keywords. You're using specific codes to tell the search engine exactly where to find your book on the shelf. But GEO, generative engine optimization, is entirely different. It's like having a direct, trusted conversation with that same librarian. You aren't just telling them where your book is. You are proving that you're the trustworthy local expert they should actively recommend when a customer walks in asking for help. Basically, SEO gets you on the shelf, but GEO makes the AI point right at you and say, yep, this is the expert you need.
So how do we actually adapt to this? Well, we have a 5-step GEO playbook. Step 1, audit your Google Business Profile ID card. Step 2, do a gap analysis. Step 3, build a Core 30 structure. Step 4, use an AI-friendly format. And Step 5, inject local eccentricities.
Let's break that down. Steps 1 and 2 are absolutely crucial. You have to audit your Google business profile, treating it as your ultimate source of truth. Then you perform a gap analysis to make sure your website perfectly matches those exact services. Why is this so important? Because AI systems look at your Google business profile as the core definition of your business entity. If your profile says you offer, say, septic service, but your website doesn't even have a dedicated page for it, that's a glaring gap. Any mismatch makes the AI lose confidence in you. It doesn't know what to believe, so it simply bypasses you and recommends a competitor who actually has their story straight. Moving to step 3, you really need to stop writing random blog posts and instead build a Core 30 structure. See, most businesses have a homepage, an about page, and maybe one generic service page listing a bunch of different things they do. That is a massive mismatch for AI. Instead, you need one dedicated, high-quality page for every single category and service you offer, perfectly mirroring your Google business profile. And your internal linking needs to follow that exact same map. So the homepage links to secondary categories and those link to specific services. It shows the AI a crystal clear, undeniably consistent hierarchy of your expertise. Okay, step 4 is all about making your content genuinely AI-friendly. You do this by using targeted snippets and clear modular answers to the exact questions real people in your area are asking online. AI models absolutely love extracting specific modular fragments of text. So you want to start your sections with a definition lead. That's just a concise, self-contained sentence that an AI can easily lift and quote, basically handing it to them on a silver platter. Stack that with an FAQ section answering questions sourced directly from local Reddit threads, and you're perfectly packaging the answer.
Now, step 5 is honestly the secret weapon, local eccentricities. Generic AI doesn't know hyperlocal infrastructure, but search engines crave EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Pure AI-generated content completely lacks that experience signal. But when a local plumber talks about the specific challenges of old lead main drain lines in Boston or navigating the triple-deckers in Medford, they are demonstrating real, lived practice. It's that exact specificity that separates you from cheap, generic AI content that just drops out of search results after 90 days.
So why should you actually invest your time in this GEO playbook? Because the ROI is staggering. Traditional manual setups for this kind of thing used to take around 60 hours. Agencies spent thousands of dollars in labor manually doing entity research, gap analysis, and content production. But today, utilizing an AI agent in Claude Code slashes that down to about 15 minutes of active work time. By feeding a proven system into an AI agent, you can execute this flawless mirror image website structure way faster than any human team could, literally turning months of work into an afternoon's task. And the results? Websites that follow these practices see their local visibility absolutely explode. We're talking about jumping to a 74% green coverage on local map packs in just a single session. When you align your website perfectly with your Google business profile and you provide the exact structured data and local eccentricities the AI is looking for, your confidence score just goes through the roof. You're not just creeping up a few spots on a list of blue links anymore, you are completely dominating the visual map that users and AI agents rely on for local recommendations. And look, these aren't just vanity metrics. Dominating the map brings in immediate phone calls. We've seen businesses like diesel mechanics secure thousands of dollars in real jobs within just 24 hours of doing this. When someone is broken down on the side of the highway, they aren't leisurely browsing the web. They want the highest rated, most trusted professional right now. AI systems and Google Maps aim to provide that instant, reliable connection. When you do the geo work properly, you become the definitive answer to that high-intent, urgent query. And that translates directly to the bottom line. To wrap up this explainer, the ultimate takeaway here is that clicks are no longer the finish line. Laying a rock-solid foundation of entity trust is what actually gets the AI to confidently recommend you. The era of hacking keyword density is completely over. This new era is all about consistency across your digital footprint. Your Google business profile, your website structure, your internal links, and your localized content absolutely must tell the exact same, highly expert story. That is exactly how you win in an AI-first discovery landscape. So here is your action item for today. Go audit your Google business profile right now to ensure your categories are absolutely flawless. Embrace this massive shift from SEO to GEO and start structuring your knowledge clearly. But before you do anything else, take a hard look at your digital presence and ask yourself, is your business an entity the AI actually trusts?